Alright everyone, welcome to today's daily charting session. Sa mga hindi pa po nakakaalam, what we do here is we typically look at yung mga trending names and we get that list from Instagrams. You usually find it on the right hand side of your screen if you use Instagrams as your charting provider, no? Or we take chart requests, or we do a mixture of both. Today, we are focusing primarily on chart requests, pero may iba namang request na nataon din, trending stock sila. And today, I wanted to start with ALLDY. Now, I know what you're thinking. Grumpy, pinaglaloloko mo naman kami. Isang tuldok lang yan, di ba? Isang dash lang yan. Yes, I get it. I wanted to start with ALLDY because I just wanted to congratulate everyone na nakapag-subscribe at nakakuha ng allocation ng IPO. And I hope na sinunod nyo kung ano man yung plano na ginawa nyo for ALLDY. Whether nag-trim kayo or nag-take profit na kayo or whatever. Yeah, whatever man yung plinano nyo, I hope nasundan nyo. At kung magpapatuloy pa yung trade nyo heading into tomorrow, the next day or whatever, continue lang nasundan yung mga plano nyo. Paalala ko lang po yun. But again, congratulations to all of you. Now, ALLDY also released press release today, more or less just hyping yung IPO nila. So to those who are interested to read that, I'm gonna post the link to that in the description box below. Okay? So once again, congratulations sa mga holders ng ALLDY. Be sure to follow your plans. Next, let's take a quick look at AGI. So AGI, pwede na nating technically i-adjust tong level na to, but I won't, no? Kasi for me, ang nangyari dito is we're essentially stuck in this wide range, no? Pwede natin siyang i-segment to this tighter range here. So ito, parang nag-overshoot lang. So ito yung range mo, nag-overshoot ka, price came back, moved higher. So we're still trading within that range. So yes, price broke above tong minor resistance here, but for me, nothing to be too excited about. What I want to see from AGI para maging mas bullish is ma-break na 11.5 and let's see if we can push higher from there, no? Bagong 52-week high. My issue kasi is right now, yes, is it looking more bullish than bearish? Yes, of course. But the problem is, yun nga, we're still stuck in chop. So dahil it's still stuck in chop or stuck in range or stuck in consolidation, we're still not entirely sure kung ano yung gustong gawin ng price. It could push higher, it could push lower. Wala tayong confirmation, wala tayong structural na kahit ano na pwede nating sandalan right now. Other than the fact na yun nga, it's consolidating. What we don't want to see from here is your price to break down, take out 10.12, okay, parang magaganito, test it from underneath, mag-hold, then ma-break, forming new lows that break beneath 9.8. Kapag makita natin yan, then baka ang mangyayari, ito na yung maging trading range natin pang samantala, and then maghihintay na naman tayo kung ano ba talagang gustong mangyari ni AGI at baka lalo pang matagalan. Right now, there's always the possibility, of course, everyone's favorite na mag-breakout na lang, new 52-week high, then it's gonna look a lot more bullish, no? But for now, it's still ranging, okay? Slightly more bullish than bearish, yes, but it's still ranging overall. So just be careful and make sure na if it's something that you want to trade, number 1, pasok siya sa parameters mo, and number 2, susundan mo yung plano mo. Okay? Next, let's take a look at ALLDY. So ALLDY, ito yung malaking area na to. Ito yung range niya eh. Okay? Yes, it's a very wide range, no? Nagkataon na gano'n. Pero kung titignan mo kasi, ito yung swing low mo. Diba? We swung high, formed resistance, price came down, essentially tagged this area, and then dito na tayo naglaro ever since. Okay? So, yes. Did it break out of the trend line? Yes. When it broke out of the trend line, it came back, retested tong high ng lower end ng range na to. Again, yes. But, can we say na it's out of the larger range na? Hindi pa. Diba? Kailangan mabasag muna yung 38.5 na area, diba? 38.5 to 38.8 na area para masabi natin na, uy, mukhang na-clear na niya tong wider range na to. But for now, again, similar sa assessment sa AGI, it's looking more bullish than bearish, but overall still within a range. If you're bullish ng ALLDY, what you want to see is for price to break out, as we said, do sa areas na yon. What you don't want to see is for price to break down, break beneath this red zone, diba? Tag 31. Tapos kung hindi mag-hold yung 31, then highly likely we see newer lows. Baka bumalik tayo mga 29 na area. Alright? So yun po yung sa ALLDY. So guys, paalala ko lang po sana ulit na if you like this video, if you find it helpful, if you find it educational, diba? If you find it even mildly entertaining, I would really appreciate it if you give this video a like and consider subscribing to my channel. It's one of the few ways kasi that na a-assess ko din kung talaga nga bang nakakatulong yung content na pinoproduce ko sa inyo. Kasi syempre yun naman yung goal eh. Diba? I love to teach, but I also want to be able to help all of you in your trading journey. Kahit mapadali ko man lang yung charting lives nyo ng konti, masaya na ako. Okay? So yan po yung ALLDY, no? Not much else to say about that. Oh yeah, sorry. One more thing. There's the possibility na kapag nag-hold to, ito muna yung maging range natin. Magta-tighten, pwede siyang i-segment. Pagka ganon, then that's something to possibly watch out for. Personally, I'm not a big fan nung ganon. But I'm just saying that a trade could materialize potentially based off of that. Based off this potential range right there. Okay? Moving on, let's look at BSC. So BSC, price broke out. We tagged itong white zone na to. Tapos price came back down, tagged it from underneath, then we pushed lower, no? As basically what we anticipated from last week's video. Na bumalik lang tayo sa range na to. And for today at least, price came back, tested itong area ulit na to kung nasaan tayo may white na zone. Untog ulit, then push lower. So we want to see what happens next. Do we come back again? Tag this low again? Mabuo na tong range na to ng tuluyan? Or do we break out of here and actually start breaking out of tong mga highs na to, possibly targeting 0.9? Okay? Kasi essentially, pwede nating sabihin na ito na yung nag-form na tayo ng low, high, higher low, higher high, higher low, diba? Pwedeng ganon eh. But I wouldn't jump the gun just yet kasi nga, it's doing what we anticipated na potentially, it could be within this range muna as it tries to make up its mind on what it wants to do. Syempre, ideally, gusto naman natin, lalo na sa mga may hawak na mag-breakout na lang to agad tapos tumuloy na kagad ng 90 cents, no? Para lahat masaya. Kaso, that's not usually how markets move eh. Diba? So, let's see what it does from here. If it breaks beneath itong white zone sa baba, then we likely come back to this trading range below, 52 to 62. If we can break above itong white zone, diba, hindi pa rin ako magiging super bullish kasi nag-reject na tayo dito. Diba? So I want to see it now hold above 80 cents to see if we can target 90 from there. Okay? So that's BSC. And then finally, let's take a look at IMI. So I got multiple requests for IMI, no? Kasi nga, at that time, so sorry, no, I don't always get to yung mga requests the next day na matanggap ko sila. Okay? Kasi, minsan may nakahain na eh. Kumbaga may nakapila na. So, kailangan kong unahin yung ibang mga nag-request. And as you guys know, I only do 5 charts in a day, no? So, minsan, natatagalan ng konti. But when I first received this request, what was happening with IMI was, it was trading here. Diba? Nagko-conso tayo dito sa area na to, like we discussed before. And I said, I wanted to see it hold above this. And it was holding above this until nag-release siya na earnings report. That was the scandal right there. Then we broke down, came back to this area of consolidation here. Okay, itong brief area of consolidation. So, what I want to see from here, if I want to continue to be bullish ng IMI, is for price to come back, okay, mag-hold tong area na to, price to react from here, move higher, fill this gap, hindi magtagal, mabasag din agad tong 8.88. Bumalik man lang tayo dito. Above 8.88. Lagay na lang natin sa 8.9. Above 8.9 na area. If we can go back above yung 8.9 area and start holding above it, then we can assess na itong mga nangyayari dito is possible overshoots lang, excited profit taking. Pag bumalik tayo dito, we start holding above it, then tataas yung likelihood na we can come back and tag yung 9.85 na resistance right here. And that was formed by these support lows from before, no? If we break yung 9.85, then we're looking at possibly tagging tong white zone sa taas. What we don't want to see, okay, is for price to come back and actually take out yung 8 pesos. So around here, 8.05 to 8 pesos. Take that down, come back to 7.9, maybe conso a bit tightly there. C8 hold, then push lower. Pagka ganon, we revisit this white zone, then I think baka mangyari is etong support na to at 7.3, baka matest yan, maybe even deeper pa. We might go deeper into the white zone if price comes back here. Pero if we can hold above this, diba? Hold above this, break back up above 8.9, then I think na that's a more positive or a more bullish sign, no? Compared sa, kunyari, we're thinking na, oh, nag-pull back, babay na ba ako? Okay? Now, I've received a few questions when it comes to chart request na, so saan ako dapat mag-entry? Saan ako dapat magbenta? Those are hard questions to answer, no? Kasi lahat tayo kanya-kanya ng style, kanya-kanya tayo ng approach, kanya-kanya tayo ng investing goals. Okay? I know it sounds very cliche, and if I could answer it, kasi nakita nyo naman the way I chart, it's very straightforward. I don't put a lot of BS on it. I don't say na, kasi pag ganito, pwedeng, walang ganon, di ba? I give you all my scenarios and that's it. So if I could answer the question directly, I would. It's just that I really can't kasi iba-iba tayong lahat. The way I trade, okay, the way I personally trade is very short term. I trade from one level to the next. That's it. Okay, hindi ako naghahabol ng mga ceiling plays, hindi ako naghahabol ng mga 300% or whatever. That's not how I personally trade. Hindi ako humahawak ng sobrang tagal. But it doesn't mean that that's the only way to trade. Nor does it mean that it's the only correct way to trade. Diba? Position trading is also very profitable. So the way that I can answer that question is to always just remind you na kung meron kang entry parameter based on whatever system that you're using, then you take it. Lalo na, okay, dapat yung system na ginagamit nyo, na backtest nyo na yan. Alam nyo kung ano yung mga specific triggers na hinahanap nyo to get into a trade. Okay? As for targets, ako as I said, I always go for the next level. But kayo, kung gusto nyo mag-trail stops, it's up to you. Diba? Whatever works best for you is what you should do. Just because something works best for me, it doesn't mean that that's what's going to work best for you and vice versa. I always say it takes all sorts to make the market work. Hindi pwedeng lahat scalper lang, hindi pwedeng lahat position trader lang, and so on. It's just not the way that the market works right now. So, ang importante lang, know your system in and out, whether technical analysis pa yan, or fundamental analysis pa yan, or a mixture of both, it doesn't matter. Know what you do in and out, backtest what you do, forward test what you do, and then when you're about to trade, make sure meron kayong plano, and then you just stick to it. Stick to it for now. Even if, sabihin natin, your plan right now is not optimal, after a few trades, you start figuring out, teka, parang may kulang yata to ah. Then you can start adding to it. Then you can start revising your plan for future trades. Lagi namang may opportunity sa market. Okay? So guys, dito po nagtatapos yung video natin, no? So I hope nasagot ko yung mga chart requests and yung mga madalas matanong sa akin when it comes to entry, exit, or whatever. Okay? So I hope na nakatulong sa inyo yun. And as always guys, maraming salamat po sa panonood. I really appreciate it. Good luck and happy trading!